accepted in the Purdue University's coordinated program in dietetics, which is a true standout in our class. She had also had experience working in the Purdue Metabolic Kitchen and volunteered for the Child and Adult Care Food Program under the Department of Education in Indiana. Today, their topic is educating fourth-grade Boy Scouts about eating healthy food before exercise. She became interested in this topic because she had heard that many Boy Scouts doesn't eat good food before they go camp out and have activities. So she hopes to improve the situation through this event.
Hi, my name is Amy Tang. I'm so pleased to be here and have an opportunity to introduce our speaker, Claire Lee. So Claire is a senior in dietetics at Purdue University. She gained Babel Food Science Scholarship by her academic excellence, and she also applied her professional experience by helping and advising customers about nutrition information at Olive Garden. She also worked at Purdue Member Unit and Purdue Athletes Life Success Program at Wiley Dining Group. Claire loves kids. She has experience at mentoring at-risk kids, and she is passionate about working with kids. And so also, both Claire and Chloe have brothers that are Boy Scouts. So today, please join us and give them a warm welcome.
Thank you. But before we begin, we just want to say who our audience is. So a lot of people know our audience is fourth grade Boy Scouts. So they're a little rambunctious, sometimes obnoxious.
Short attention spans.
Yeah, they're short attention spans, and they like to blurt things out and say what they like. So just keep that in mind with the activities and things we have in store. So.
And also, our real presentation, we have an hour allotted for it. This is only going to be a half hour, so we put out a couple activities.
We cut out quite a bit trying to fit it in 30 minutes, but that also is fine. Okay. So, to begin, the goal of this presentation is to make you as Boy Scouts become prepared for being active by scouting for healthy snacks. But before we begin, we have a little skit to show you all how eating healthy versus unhealthy foods makes you feel on the playground. So, let's do it. Man, Clifford, that muffin looks really good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Chocolate chips are awesome. What do you have, Spencer?
My mom packed me a turkey sandwich and some carrot sticks, and it's okay, you know.
Okay, let's go to recess.
Alright, let's go baseball.
Sounds good. You pitch first.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh,
Missed it. Try again.
okay, one more time.
Missed again. All right, let's switch.
Okay, man, Clifford, let me see.
Let's do something I need. Come on, Spencer, you got this?
Okay.
Whoa! Home run.
Good. It must have been that sandwich my mom packed me. I thought we should eat it after all.
Good news.
Okay, so I hope our little skit just showed you that eating healthy foods can give you a little bit more energy when you're active on the playground. And this applies to whatever other setting you're in.
To begin, we're going to talk about the 5 food groups. Oh, actually, before we do that, we're going to take a pretest. So, you all have, and the ground rules are for this presentation is please do not talk unless you raise your hand, and raise your hand for every question, and we'll call on you, because we will be asking a lot of questions. Okay.
So we have a few short questions to just see how much you guys know about packing healthy snacks before we get started. So this is the first one, and numbers, and on one side write treatments, and on the back write post-test at the very top. So this is the first question. How many food groups do you think there are? Okay. This is the second question. If you're eating a meal, how much of your plate should fruits and veggies fill? Like half of it, a little portion of it, a big portion of it? Number 3. This one's kind of tricky. What kinds of foods have complex carbohydrates in them? Would this be bread? Would it be chips? Apples? Carrots?
All right, number 4. What are the 4 food safety rules? And if you don't know them now, don't worry, you will when we're done. So just take your best guess. And number 5, just a yes or no question. Do you think about choosing healthy snacks when you're hungry?
So as growing active Boy Scouts, it's important for you to pick healthy snacks so that you can feel energized for whatever activities you're doing, whether it be playing on the playground, exercising or playing after school, or doing your Boy Scout duties, such as camping and going on camping trips. So, whether it showed eating unhealthy foods, like that muffin and chips and Doritos, things like that, will not give you the energy you need to really be active the whole time. So,
To help you all make healthy choices with your snacks, we're going to discuss the 5 food groups, as you see on my plate. Now, who has ever seen that logo or that image before?
raise your hand.
Very good, a lot of you. Where have you seen that?
Raise your small.
Kara?
School, class.
Good, great, okay. So, there are 5 food groups, and the first one we're going to talk about today is grains. Grains are a food group that include foods like breads, pasta, and granola bars. Now, grains include a building block of food called carbohydrates. And when you exercise, carbohydrates are the nutrient that give you the most energy, okay? Now, when you're choosing grains, it's important to make half of your grains whole grains. Does anyone know what a whole grain is? It's okay, I didn't either. So, a whole grain is a grain that has a complete serving of grains like whole grain bread, whole wheat pasta, and some granola bars.
So now I'm going to talk about the protein food group, which is right here on our little plate. And so protein foods include foods like meat, eggs, nuts make peanut butter, so peanut butter, and then chicken, foods like that. So protein contains another building block of food, and the answer is actually in the name. So protein contains a building block of food called protein. And protein is important for you, especially as you're an active Boy Scout, because it builds strong muscles. But protein also contains something else in it, another and the last building block of food, which is fats. But there are 2 kinds of fats. We want to eat more of the heart-healthy fats, or unsaturated fats. And if you guys would say it with me one time?
Unsaturated fats.
Long name, but they're heart-healthy fats. And these fats are found in foods, plant foods mostly, like peanut butter and nuts and beans. So you want to eat those to keep our heart healthy during when we're active. But there are also saturated fats, the other kind, that are good for growing Boy Scouts as well, and those are found in foods like meat and chicken. So one last thing about protein, it contains another important nutrient for growing active Boy Scouts, and that's iron. And iron is what helps us when we are breathing heavy, when we're active. It carries the oxygen that we breathe in and carries it all over our body.
The next 2 food groups we're going to talk about are the fruit and vegetable categories. Does anyone have a favorite fruit they want to share? Yeah?
Great.
Awesome. How about a favorite vegetable? Carrots. Great. Okay, carrots are very good. Carrots actually have vitamin A, which are good for your eyes. Fruits and vegetables are the food group that have the most vitamins and minerals to help you be the best you can be when you're active. And then, of course, the last food group is the dairy group. Does anyone know what's in the dairy group? You can't tell by the picture?
Milk.
Yeah, very good. Milk. And it's not just milk, it's also foods that are made with milk, like yogurt, cheese, and even ice cream.
Alright, so now that we've run,
So ice cream's good for you then?
no. It's okay in a little bit. So we'll get into that in a little bit of talking about how to narrow down what foods are healthy and what you want as snacks. Ice cream's okay, I guess. I mean, I like it.
Ice cream does have calcium, which is good for your bones.
Cool. Okay. So now that we've gone over the 5 food groups, which are grains, protein, fruits and vegetables, and dairy, we're going to have a little review game where you guys are going to tell us the foods that we show if they're in what group they're in. So,
Yeah. First one we have today is this creamy peanut butter. Which food group would that go in?
raise your hand if you know.
Yeah? Protein? Very good. Because it has nuts, which are a very good source of protein.
Okay. Here we have some cheese. Which food group would this be? Raise your hand if you know. Yeah,
Dairy.
that's right. Cheese is in the dairy group.
The next food we have has 2 food groups. You can name them. It's a strawberry yogurt parfait. Yeah? Fruit and dairy. Very good. Very healthy snack berries.
Here we have some weird or oblong, different shaped foods. And what food group would this be? It's vegetables. And so these are just different kinds of squash, ensuring that vegetables can come in all different shapes and sizes.
Next, it looks like we have some baked beans. What food group do you think this belongs to? It's kind of tricky.
Good protein.
Very good. Beans are a great source of protein.
We should have just a few more, but here is kind of a tricky one. What food group would this be? You can probably tell it's a fruit or a vegetable, but which one is it? Any guesses? Raise your hand if you want to.
Is it both?
No, it's actually a fruit, but that's a good guess. So this is called an African horned melon. It's a very odd looking fruit. You don't see it much, and it's green on the inside. But yes, this is another example of a fruit, just not a common one.
The last one I'm going to show you guys is this delicious looking turkey sandwich. And it has more than 2 food groups. Anyone name them? Yeah?
Bread would be grains,
Good.
turkey is protein, and then the lettuce is a vegetable.
Very, very good. 100% correct.
So now, yeah. So now that we've gone over just a review of the 5 food groups again, and show me what kinds of foods are in them, we're actually going to play a quick game of My Plate Bingo. So before that, does everyone know how to play bingo? Yeah? Okay. So this bingo game, you want to try to get 4 squares in a row. So I'm going to ask some questions. And if you see the answer on your paper, you can mark it with your colored pencil. And whoever gets 4 in a row first gets to shout out bingo without raising their hand. And there is a healthy treat for whoever wins. So once everyone has one, we'll get started.
Does everyone have one? Awesome.
Okay. So here's the first question. These 2 vegetables are yellow and green and taste good steamed. You might or may not have it. Okay. These are found in fruits and vegetables, like calcium in dairy, and vitamin C in oranges. So what is vitamin C?
Can you say it again?
Yeah, these are found in fruits and vegetables, like calcium in dairy, and vitamin C in oranges. So vitamin C is a vitamin, and calcium is a mineral. So we need vitamins and minerals. So the next one, this colorful snack contains a blue-colored fruit and a dairy product. It would be a fruit parfait. You have to get 4 in a row. It can be diagonal, up, or down. So, this is a yummy summer meat dish that belongs in the protein group. And it's barbecue chicken. Is that the answer? That's the answer. Okay. This next one is a bright red vegetable that is good for our eyes. And it's red peppers. Okay. Heart-healthy fats or unsaturated fats found in nuts and beans are good for this important part of our body. It's our heart.
Mangoes?
No, not yet? Okay. So this cool brown drink belongs to the dairy food group. And it is chocolate milk. Alright, this healthy baked vegetable can also be made into french fries and tater tots. But it's a baked potato.
This is so long.
We're almost done, so you just gotta hold on. Plus, there's a healthy treat afterwards. So, these 2 cool crisp veggies, one orange and one green, make a nutrient-packed snack. And it's carrots and broccoli. Next, this mineral is found in protein foods like meat and is important for carrying oxygen throughout our body when we breathe. And it's iron. Almost. This creamy peanut butter, or this creamy protein food, is made from a kind of nut, and I gave it away. It's peanut butter.
All right, next one. This protein-packed breakfast food is laid by chickens.
Right?
Very good. Very, very good. All right, sounds like you're getting close. While meat and chicken gives us protein, so does this food that comes from rivers and oceans. Well, good thing we have 2 prizes. For both of you. Good job, winners.
Okay, so our winners are getting dark chocolate and cheery granola bars. And so, since they're granola bars, they contain what food group? Grains. And cherries are in fruit. So, yeah. Alright.
So speaking of grains, grains contain what building block of food? Starts with a C. Anyone remember? Awesome. Very, very good. Carbohydrates aren't only in grains. They're also in other healthy and unhealthy foods like soda, ice cream, dairy, and fruit.
Right. They're also found in some unhealthy foods as well. So if you see candy bars or cakes, muffins, sodas, those contain carbohydrates as well. Like Claire's muffin that she's making.
So I'm confused. So I thought carbohydrate was grain. So how is that soda?
We'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
Okay? So that is because there are 2 different kinds of carbohydrates. There are complex carbohydrates or starches and simple carbohydrates or sugars. And so simple carbohydrates are like these 2 little Legos. So they're small carbohydrates and they're found in foods like candy bars, cakes, muffins, cookies. And so when we eat foods like that, our body breaks these simple carbohydrates found in the sugary foods down into 2. And so when we break it apart, we get a quick burst of energy. But after we break it apart, we don't have any other carbohydrates to break apart, so we can't get any more energy. So this is why after we eat sugary foods like sodas and tired soon afterwards, even though you get that initial sugar rush, you get tired soon afterwards. However, on the other hand, we have complex carbohydrates or starchy foods. So, like this long stack of Legos, complex carbohydrates or starches, our body can keep breaking down for more and more and more energy, like Claire keeps picking these Legos apart. So you have energy throughout whatever activity you're doing, whether it be hiking or camping or playing or recess. Alright? And so these kinds of complex carbohydrates are found in foods like whole grain pasta, whole wheat bread, granola bars, like our treats, and whole grain cereals, but not those sugary types of cereals like Captain Crunch or this one. So, let's say that I have a Boy Scout and he's going to go on an hour-long trip. So, what would happen if my Boy Scout ate this granola bar? This granola bar has complex carbohydrates. So do you guys think you would have energy to make it through the whole hike? Yeah, probably so, because complex carbohydrates or starches will give you the energy that you need throughout your activity. However, if my Boy Scout made a choice, like Claire did in our little skit, to eat the candy bar, then do you think he'd have energy to make it through the whole hike? Probably not. No, he wouldn't have the energy. He'd get a sugar rush, but he wouldn't be able to make it through the whole hour-long hike.
But if you just have 2 candy bars, then you can make it the whole night, right?
I don't think so. You still have that sugar rush because you're eating it all at once. So you have a bunch of these little ones and you just break them up and you get a quick burst of energy.
Joanne?
Since that candy bars are bad food, I'll eat it for you.
That's okay. No, we want you to have the energy you need as a girl and as a Boy Scout. So let's not eat that.
Would an orange make it through the hike?
An orange? That's a very good question. So fruits are also simple carbohydrates. So unhealthy foods like candy bars and cookies, those are simple carbohydrates. But also fruits are also simple carbohydrates. So
Fruits have lots of vitamins and minerals, but you'll want to eat something with a lot of complex carbohydrates to give you energy.
along with
So
the
it's
fruit.
only oranges?
No, you want to eat oranges.
It's not just oranges.
But before your activity, try to eat that orange or fruit with like a whole grain or potatoes or starchy foods, so something like that. Okay.
Okay.
So from this, we want you to remember to chew on complex carbohydrates or starchy foods. And simple sugars are okay sometimes, as sweet treats, especially like Katie said, fruits. That's simple carbohydrate treats. Alright, so now to test your new knowledge of simple versus complex carbohydrates or starches and sugars, we have another little food identification game. So would this be a simple or complex carbohydrates? Simple. Simple. Okay, for this activity, you don't have to raise your hand. Okay.
How about these crackers? Simple or complex? Very good. That's great.
This one's kind of tricky. What about this popcorn without butter? It's actually complex because corn is a starchy food and popcorn's made from corn.
Next we have this delicious looking peanut butter and jelly sandwich. What do you think, simple or complex?
That's right.
Give you lots of energy.
Alright, and very last of all, we have this sugary chocolate chip muffin. It would actually be simple, and this one is tricky because it's a grain, but it's not a whole wheat grain. It's a whole wheat grain. And so it would be a simple carbohydrate. This one is tricky, okay?
Was the sandwich a whole wheat grain?
It is on wheat bread. So yeah, it would be.
Alright.
Now, since you Boy Scouts have been so good at answering all of our tricky food questions and playing bingo with us, we have a treat for everyone. So we are going to be making a healthy snack that contains not started, our two, Claire and our volunteer are going to put hand sanitizer on their hands and wear gloves. This is because we don't have a sink right now, so we cannot wash our hands. But normally, before you're making your snack or before you're packing your snack, you always want to wash your hands with warm soap and water. And since this snack is not being cooked, we're going to put on some gloves.
Just like when you're on a hike and you don't have a sink, you can always use hand sanitizer to clean your hands.
Yes. Or those little moist towelettes, little wet ones, those are fine also. So you can just pack those in your backpack, and those will be just fine too.
Ready? I'm not yet. One second. My hands are bigger than yours, so. Okay.
I'm going to grab some gloves too. Alright, so first, if we could have our volunteer open up that bag with the tortilla in it. It's a whole grain tortilla. And if you could just spread it flat on the plate, please.
And this tortilla is a grain. So what building block does it have in it again? Starts with a C.
Carbohydrate.
Awesome, you guys are getting the hang of this.
I've never seen a rectangle with this here before.
I guess it's technically a flatbread, but it'll do the job.
Okay, cool. So next, our volunteer and Claire are going to use some crunchy peanut butter as such. And peanut butter, raise your hand if you know what food group it's in. Emily?
Protein.
That's right, very good. First food group. So this is because it's made from nuts. So while you're doing that, we went over another building block of food, the very last one that's in protein. And what was this other building block of food that was in protein? If you didn't know, it's fat. But like I said, there are two different kinds of fat. And since this is a plant-based food and it's peanut butter, this actually has heart-healthy unsaturated fats, which are a great snack for those Boy Scouts and those of you who are inactive. Yeah.
I was gonna say iron. Is that kind
That's
of
true also. Yeah, that's very good. That's a very good point. Iron is also found in this peanut butter. And can you guys remember what iron does? Raise your hand if you know. Joanna?
It carries oxygen in our blood, you said.
Yeah, it carries oxygen that you keep breathing hard to breathe in all throughout your body. And protein, like Emily was showing, builds strong muscles.
All right, the last ingredient for our peanut butter banana sushi is the banana. Banana is a fruit. So, Katie, could you please peel this?
That banana doesn't look ripe enough.
That's true. We could use those. Can you peel this one then?
Yeah,
These are great for sure. Thank you for noticing that.
Okay, so while our volunteer Katie is peeling my banana, what building block of food is in a banana? It starts with a C. Raise your hand if you know. Hannah, carbohydrate? That's right. But what kind of carbohydrate is in this banana? Simple, yeah, I heard it. It's simple carbohydrate. Okay.
Next step is we're going to roll this up. If you help me, Katie, wrap the tortilla around the banana and roll it up like a pig in a blanket.
So we're just gonna wrap this tortilla up with a little banana blanket.
And now it's packed ready to take with you on a hike. You don't even have to refrigerate it.
No. However, some other ways to jazz up this little dish that we made that you can use as a snack is to add some Nutella to add a little bit of extra protein.
Does anyone know what kind of nut is Nutella? It's not peanuts. It's kind of different. It's called a hazelnut, and it also has lots of protein.
So if you would like to add this, we can. Okay.
We'll just stick with peanut butter.
All right, and over here we have some marshmallow fluff. And so this is a simple tree. And since it's a simple tree, it's just a hint that it contains simple carbohydrates or sugars. And you can also add this to your snack as well.
And I put raisins.
Yeah, of course you can. Raisins would be another great way to make it healthy. So if we cut this up, we can make peanut butter banana sushi to share with all of our friends.
You guys are our friends, right?
Yeah,
Great.
that's right. Okay, and that is a wrap. But now we you want it with just peanut butter? Do you want it with Nutella, or do you want it with marshmallow?
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter? All right.
Thank you, Lee. Let's give her a hand for.
Okay. So, what kind of peanut? And what kind of food do you eat? Swimming? Yes.
Anything else? Okay.
How about Anna and Kate? What kind?
Yeah.
How about Alexa and John? Kara and Emily, can you give us your one?
While you're eating that, we're going to show you a video about food safety.
And Nutella one?
Yeah, of course. Thank you. Okay.
Claire, you're almost at 33 minutes.
Okay. We'll take the video at another time. Okay. Since we're almost out of time, we're just going to review food safety really quick. All right. And the 4 rules of food safety are, first, we're going to start with clean. Clean to,
We know that you'll do this in the real thing,
okay.
unless you really want to start getting points off and your friends.
That's
don't pass
okay.
it.
We'll wrap it up. Okay. So today, Boy Scouts learned about how to build healthy snacks using My Plate, how to choose complex over simple cards, and how to make your own healthy snack.
So congratulations, you're now prepared for being active by Scouting for Healthy Foods. Does anyone have any questions for us?
Yeah. Okay.
Good. Well, I hope you learned a lot, and thank you very much for having us come.
Thank you.
We have time for a couple questions.
Do you have any questions?
So what about fruit and versus like a candy bar? What about like this fruit have fiber in it? Is that making it any different than like a candy bar?
Yes, it will make a difference. We didn't go over fiber. Yeah, fruits are healthier than candy bars.
What are potatoes?
Potatoes are a starchy food, so they would be a complex.
Are those a grain or vegetable?
Those are a vegetable. The carbohydrates can be found in one and one.
So you mentioned like fruit has the simple carbohydrates, and like fruit and vegetables are kind of similar. So vegetables have simple carbohydrates then too.
Only fruits do. Well, I guess vegetables don't have as much carbohydrates, whereas fruits have a lot more carbohydrates than vegetables. So that's why they would be considered more of a simple fruit.
So, are fruit and pop like the same then?
They are both simple carbohydrates, but fruits contain a lot of vitamins and minerals, like Claire said, that are also good for us that are not found in pop.
But it's the same like sugar.
They'll both, they're both like more quick energy, but no, they're not the same.
Okay.
How do you measure carbohydrates? How do you know how much is it?
So there are people at like universities, like Purdue University, who can measure it, and they have different ways they can do this, but we don't do it. And you can find it on the nutrition facts label on lots of those foods.